What's up, everyone? I got a nice little trip down to my house, about 40-minute trip, so I'm just gonna kill some time here. I'm gonna just kind of bring up just some stuff that I've been kind of wanted just to let everyone know out there. Like I said, I am a couple weeks away from my full 1 year surgery from spinal fusion, so kind of excited about that and just kind of see like myself and just kind of evaluate everything that I've done in the past year as far as for my recovery. But in this past year, the one thing I've been wanting to do, and I brought this up in some of my other videos, is one of my main things that I like doing, playing basketball. But that can't be the case. But that's been my goal for the past, like, I don't know, 7-8 years or whatever it is. But with that being kind of said, I just don't know what to do. So in the past, like 3-4 years, what I have been doing is kind of I've been biking a lot. I've been doing mountain biking, and it's been good. I mean, besides the actual gym itself, it's been something new to me. So it's been fun, and I've truly enjoyed it. Like, I have not, like I said, something other than just going to work out. That it's been fun. But on top of all of that, this year in particular, it's been a little bit more rough for me, due to the fact that, like I said, I am in recovery. Yes, I am in recovery, but I can't do anything about it. So I can't do anything. So like I said, I've been kind of posting videos about my journey at the gym, just trying to see what I can do, how to get back, trying to get back to doing something normal. But this year, since I've been in recovery, I have not been able to get on a bike. I tried to get on a bike around the neighborhood. For some odd reason, like I said, for some odd reason, it just has not been working out very good. It kind of hurts. So just going around the block, like I said, it feels weird more than it hurts. It is pain, but it's more just, it's weird. I don't know. I can't really explain why is it about it. It just feels like, I don't know. It's not like the years prior where I knew my back was gonna go out. This year, it kind of feels like that. I don't know. It's just weird. But with that being said, since last year, I started noticing that, with the biking and all that stuff, I wanted to do different things, that can help me be more like physical, or just make me feel more like I've always liked adrenaline. So, and stuff like that. So last year when I was thinking, I'm like, well, I can't do a lot of stuff, but I've been noticing that people were doing a lot of scooters with the electric scooters. And I know you can do some fun stuff with the scooters, but just in my case, I can't do that much fun stuff. I still got to be careful with my back and stuff like that. But I should be able to at least fulfill something. So last year I was already kind of thinking about buying an electric scooter, and I started doing started looking into them, started seeing stuff that can work or can not work with me. And the one thing that I had noticed that, like a lot of people said, I need like a dual suspension bike. My journey is to get like kind of where I'm at right now. But as far as with the scooter, it is, I have not received it yet. I'm about to receive it, and then I'll make a quick video on that too, and hopefully I can make some future videos. But last year I was looking at some brands, and I just started doing my research and things that I could do. So since last year I was really close to actually buying a bike. It was actually the Splash Titan is the one I was looking at, which is cool. It's a really cool bike. Um, and I was gonna try to get on that almost like on a pre-sale type of thing. So I'm like, I didn't want to go over $1,000, especially for myself that's never ridden a scooter in my life, never have done it. So I hear that it's fun, for one. Two, they're getting better every year, so that's kind of cool. And then and three is just a bunch of stuff. So it's something I'd be able to do with myself, and and if I like it enough, get my kids a smaller one that could just keep up, and then we can have a blast with these things as a family. And at the same time, I could probably take them on my single tracks and do, obviously not as crazy as like I would like to, but good enough to, like I said, to be happy in a way. Like I said, I'm 42 years old, so I'm not 42 and my body is breaking. I hate it, but it's life. You got to deal with it. But so that's what it is. So I started looking into like the Splash Titan throughout the whole summer. I mean, last year in the summer, and then I was like, just looking into all sorts of different stuff, different brands. But that one was the one that appealed to me the most, just due to the price and due to what everyone's reviews were. That's like, there was good reviews, and they loved them, and it was fast, and they were comfortable. So for me, that was one of the most important things, is I needed it to be comfortable. But at the same time, I needed it also to be able to handle some off-terrain stuff, because that's what I like to do. So, and maybe the scooter thing will start bringing me back to just going for distances. But whatever it is, it's just, as long as I'm doing something, I'm happy. So I started looking into all of that stuff, and little by little, I ended up talking myself out of it. I don't need it. I have a bad back. All of this stuff is just, forget about it. But last year I was not expecting my surgery. So when I got my surgery, obviously mentally, I'm like, you know what? There's something I can do for myself. I can recover, and I can do all this. And if I help myself recover in this recovery process, I'm like, dude, I can do a bunch of stuff. So at least now I know that I'm in a process of getting better versus just maintaining like I was the last 8, 9, 10 years. Earlier this year, like I said, you guys, if you guys seen some of my videos, my earlier videos, I was starting to shoot at the basketball court, but just shooting. I started like at 12 feet, 10 feet, and I gradually started getting further back to the 3-point line. and I can feel that my back's still nowhere near 100%, nowhere near. But I am doing stuff that I had not been able to do before. So I'm like, I know I'm getting better. So I'm like, you know what? Earlier this year, it came back to my head, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start looking at buying a scooter again. Told the wife. Wife says I'm nuts. I'm insane. Whatever. Again, I started doing my research and just started doing it again. I went back to the splash site and I'm like, you know what? This one's awesome. I'm like, I still want this. So I started looking into that, and then year by year, more scooters come out, and I was like, cool. So I started to look into some of those, and then at the same price point, I don't want to go over 1,000. That was like my price point. That was like last year because there was a bunch of stuff that I was trying to save up for over a couple of years, like my drone. I wanted a drone. I wanted a few things. So I've had money saved up for that. Just that I've never been able to pull the trigger on it. And I don't want to go too much because, like I said, I'm just a beginner writer. I don't want to buy like an expensive one and then not write it or stuff like that. So I want to buy myself something that's in a happy medium. So whatever. So I started looking into it, and as I'm looking on YouTube and like videos and stuff, just trying to do research on things, I came across a brand, Kukerin, I think it's called, or yeah, Kukerin and whatever. And I'm like, oh my god, I loved it, and it was pretty fast. So again, the speed portion of it is not really what's drawing me because, like I said, I've looked around. I've heard some people tell me that 20 miles an hour feels ridiculously fast on the scooter. So that wasn't particularly the main reason why I was looking for that bike, but just in general, the entire thing was awesome. Like the colors of it, the speed is obviously a very cool thing, but the fact that it was dual suspension and the price point was just right around to me. It's like around $1,000. I'm like, hell yeah. So I stuck to myself. I'm like, I'm gonna get that for like a month. I'm just like, I'm gonna get it. I want it. I kept looking on YouTube, started seeing some videos. But there was one drawback that, yeah, otherwise I think it's a perfect scooter. And again, for the price point, pretty sure there's other ones, but from my what I'm looking for, that's what I wanted. And the one big thing that for me I couldn't justify is it does not have a key. Now I live in a pretty safe neighborhood, so I'm not really worried like in that kind of aspect. But the fact that it doesn't have a key and someone can just go in there and press the button and go, does not sit well with me. And like I said, I have kids. I got my daughter who's like I said, who's 12, and she's gonna be riding it. She's gonna be getting around the neighborhood with it, or whatever. Like I said, she's probably gonna use it probably more than I do. I hope not. I hope I stick to my guns and use it. But that's where I'm at. So that I just kept trying to justify that little point, and I'm like, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. And it looks great, and people are like, the reviews I'm getting are like, they're awesome, and so I'm like, I'm gonna get it. But just that one thing in particular kept holding me back. And I was still close to saying, you know what, I'm going to get it. And I really want it. And I want the adrenaline. I want that funness. I want something. So I'm like, I'm going to get it. It's just this perfect bike. Just that's the only thing that sucks. I'm like, I just got to get a good lock, I guess. I'm not planning on never like locking my stuff up. I'm just like going on a few trails and maybe lock it up for like 10 minutes. Who knows with my daughter? Like I said, she's at the age right now where she's probably hanging out with her friends and stuff like that. And she's going to be going out a lot. And she may be just leaving it places. So in the process of me just contemplating back and forth, I'm seeing if I want to get that bike. I mean, that scooter. I was starting to look at other ones, other brands, just kind of see something that kind of fits us. And then for some odd reason, I popped up, and it was the new Segway ZT3 Pro came out, and it was on pre-sale. So I had seen a video, and I'm like, that looks like a cool. It looks like a cool scooter. And so I saw that, and I was like, okay. I'm like, that fit perfect. And then they started seeing all these things that I didn't even know scooters really had. Like for one thing, I'll do a review on it later, or just a kind of semi-review. But like, if it's perfect, it's 25 mile per hour scooter, which is, I think, plenty of fast. Most of if I do trail riding, it's not going to be 25 miles an hour. I don't know, probably like 9 miles an hour. But at least on asphalt, 25, it's going to feel so fast. So that's going to be, that to me was not even, I was like, cool, I'm cool with that. The other one was 38 miles an hour. So I'm like, I'm cool with that. I'll do the 25 is cool. I'm all right. That's plenty. But it's all the other features that it had made it perfect. It's got Find My. It works with Apple, which is mostly everything that we have. Like, works with Apple. I can control the speed. It's got the Find My my app, so I can locate it with my phone. You control the speed. It's got a bunch of little safety features that it has. Stuff that benefits myself and benefits my kid if she is also going to be one who rides it. So for me, all of those features, and there's plenty more. I'll go through them. Or you guys probably already know, but I'll go through them when I get it, and I'll do my actual average review consumer, because like I said, it's gonna be my first time ever on one. But all those features, I'm like, screw it, same price, and I ended up getting it for the pre-sale price, which is right under $1,000. But all of that said and done, I was like, you know what, this is the perfect thing. It's got dual suspension. Again, it can do what I want it to do, is if I ever get to that point. So I'm okay with that. So with all that said and done, man, I'm pretty excited. It should be getting here actually probably this week. So I'm very excited about that. And like I said, I'll show you guys the scooter how it goes. But ultimately, when I saw that thing, I had seen it about a month prior before the pre-sale price was over. So, and I kept going back and forth just like I did last year. So finally, I told my wife, you know what? It was about, I think it was like a couple of weeks before or a week before, something like that, where the pre-sale thing was going to be over. I said, screw it. This is the perfect scooter to start off with. I still think it's way more of a scooter than we need for everything that it has, for myself to ride it, for the things that I wanted to do if I can do it. And then I'll have all the features that I would need for like my daughter, for the safety that I would feel for myself or my daughter and stuff like that. I think it's gonna be a perfect. And then from what I keep seeing on it, like Segway, it's a pretty big brand, and like they say, they're built really well. So I don't know. I'm pretty excited to get into the scooter thing. If someone out there sees this and has any advice or any tips on stuff like that, please let me know. Like I said, I'm a newbie, but I'm trying to do things, and I'm slowly gonna push myself further and further as I get along with this process of my recovery. I don't know, like right now, like I said, I still feel like I'm about it. If I could put a percentage on it, I would say like 70%, 60%, which is on a day-to-day life is great, but I'm still in pain. Like not that type of pain. It's more of a weirder pain. It's annoying, but I'll go through that in another video. And the only things I'm afraid of on the scooter is obviously like anything else. Don't fall. Be careful with falling. So I'm not gonna be going crazy because I heard. They're dangerous to begin with. But I don't know. I'm excited, and I don't know. I'm excited to bring you guys with me, or at least to show you guys this stuff. And hopefully, I get to ride the scooter enough to at least just get comfortable with it this year. Even though we are getting it's 4 weeks away from jacket weather here in the Midwest. Like I said, I live in Chicago, or a suburb outside of Chicago, but that's where I'm at, man. And like I said, I'll see you guys in a bit, and I will see you guys when I get it, and I'll show you guys this probably the video either after, or I don't know, but I'll see you guys later, man. And well, I'll see you next time. I'll see you next time I see you. It'll probably be like in the gym. So you guys take care. And like I said, if anybody has any tips on some scooter tips, please let me know, or any questions on my back. I'll bring that up in the video on my 1 year update. I'll try to give you guys everything I started with, from the beginning to the end, and to where I'm currently at right now. With that said and done, I'll see you guys, man. Peace.